Joe out of Phoenix, Arizona. Joe, welcome to the show. You're on there with James Hake and Joel.
Good morning, Joel.
How's it going, Joe? Good morning.
Just wanted to say, good to see you have your own show now. I haven't called in yet.
Right on.
I'm glad you don't feel less than anybody else, and it's too bad to hear your dad wasn't around. That's a real shame.
Well, I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. All righty. Now, the other
Wait,
day when you were on Hake show, you were talking about how Trump was this great guy and did a great job. I just want to ask you, name one policy, not one slogan, but one policy that you liked about Trump's first administration.
I don't really know.
So you don't know. But you just like him.
Yeah.
You realize that makes you look like a complete idiot, right?
No, because the people who only like people based off of policy are kind of dumb too. Because yes,
Joel,
because
that's
listen,
how you judge presidents,
no,
by
listen,
what they do.
listen. Well, let me. I'm gonna kind of make your point as well. So the reason why is because yes, is it good that I should probably know a little bit about policy and stuff like that? Yeah, that could be
Mm-hmm.
helpful. It just helps. But what's most important to me is character and the spirit of a person. And when I see Trump compared to others, and when I watch how he does certain things, I like what I see, and I like to judge it based off of that because people may make mistakes. People may not always do what the world wants them to do, or whatever, or misstep. But how do they approach it? How do they respond to life? How do they take on so many people hating them? How do they behave? And that is way more important to me. But policy's cute too.
Joel, you said character. You're talking about a man who has been twice impeached, found civilly liable for rape, found civilly liable
These are
for
these
defamation
are
twice.
unproven. These
Hold
aren't
on, hold on. No. These are all already proven.
okay.
Found civilly liable for rape, found civilly liable for defamation twice, and could be a third time. Found civilly liable for business fraud, tax evasion, impeached twice. These are all done and in the books, Joel. And you call
Impeached,
that character?
but
Yes, he was impeached twice.
that's these are all subjective things. These are all
No, they aren't.
these are all like subjective examples of somebody's character. These do not define anybody's character. You know why?
Subjective. Do you know
It
what that word means,
yeah.
Joel?
Yeah, you know why? Because it's based off of these are all alleged things. These are all alleged.
No,
Nobody really
no, they're not.
knows.
No,
Nobody
they're
the
not,
the
Joel.
the Trump
These are
rape thing.
adjudicated already.
Okay, but
These are
listen.
adjudicated already. They're not alleged. They're
Okay.
not subjective.
Okay.
These are facts, Joel.
Okay, but it's facts because who said it was facts?
Because they've been adjudicated. He was found civilly liable for rape, civilly
Okay.
liable for defamation. He was found civilly liable for business fraud, tax evasion. His
So
CFO has already gone to jail.
okay,
Rikers
I
Island.
don't believe it. I don't believe it for one. But let's entertain it. Let's just say that it is to be true. Cause hey, I don't know his
You don't
lifestyle.
believe it.
Maybe you're right. Maybe that has happened. I don't believe it, but maybe that has happened. But why does that make that's still not a reflection of character? That still has nothing to do with character. That's a mistake
Oh my goodness,
if it happened,
Joel.
but it has nothing to do with you never made any
You
mistakes
are
in the past?
so deep. I've never raped anybody. I've never lied on my taxes. I've never defamed anyone. I've never
Right.
cheated on my business tax, on my
You
business record. No,
okay,
I've never done any of that.
you've never committed those sins, but what other sins have you committed?
Joel, I'm not
Have,
running
have,
for president.
have you? It doesn't matter. We're talking about see. So why are you judging somebody based off of a expectation? Why aren't you just judging them based off of a human?
Joel, you're the one who said I like his character. I'm giving you clear-cut examples of this man is a atrocious character, a
But
criminal.
but you're ba-
91 felony counts.
but you're basing that for one. You're basing off of things that aren't even we don't even know to be entirely true. Just because somebody
So,
accused him
Joel,
of these things.
either you trust the legal system or you don't. You've been found guilty of all the things I've said.
Okay, but that
Guilty.
still doesn't make them entirely true.
What are you talking about? That's what the legal system is for, Joel.
Yeah, but how do you know that the legal system is not corrupt?
Oh my goodness,
You know what I'm
Joel. Either
saying?
you
Like,
believe in it or you don't.
no, but not in.
Because evidence has to be brought. You can't send someone to jail for tax fraud if they didn't
Yeah.
cheat on the taxes, Joel.
Well, that's fair. That's fine. Let's just say that it's true. That still doesn't prove his character to me. Character is not things you say. Character is not things you do. Character is the heart. Character is how you bear fruit. What fruit do you bear? And
What fruit do
I
you bear?
see, I
What fruit has
see,
Trump bared?
I see a man who has so many people who hate him, and he stays firm. He doesn't overreact. He doesn't whine, cry, and beg.
Oh my God! That's all
And
he's
he
done is whine
deals
and cry and beg.
and he deals with people toughly and firmly, and that's confidence to me. That's what is important to me. That's what the
Oh,
fruit. That's
Joel.
fruit. That's fruit.
I will pray for you because you are deeply, deeply in denial about Trump.
You know what I think?
Just deeply in denial about just how I understand how the world works. My goodness.
I think, Joe, is what you tend to miss is the spiritual aspect of things. I'm not even saying that you're wrong on the things that you're saying. I don't necessarily believe it, but it doesn't mean that you're wrong about them. Maybe you're right, but you're hung up on that and not in the spiritual part of it at all. And
that's because Trump is just a sick, diseased person. He has no good spirit.
Or maybe you have some sickness and disease in you.
No,
is that
I
possible?
deal in facts.
You don't.
No, I deal in facts and reality, Joel. You're the one keeping your head in the sand and saying, "Oh, he has great character," when the man's a literal criminal.
Okay, well, let me ask you this: do you have sickness and disease within you?
Define sickness and disease.
Do you have
what do you mean?
do you have evil? Do you ever do evil things, or are you capable of doing evil?
Capable, yes. Do I do them? No.
So you don't do evil things?
I do not, no.
How do you know?
Because you'd have to define evil then too.
You said what?
You have to define evil then too.
So,
but no.
So you never. So is there a chance that you do evil things and you're not knowing that you're doing them?
No.
Okay.
Well, I'm aware of what I do, Joel.
Well, that's a deception right there, because even everybody and anyone can be wrong for one, and everyone and anyone are possessed with evil and are in the process of overcoming and can overcome, but can be deceived.
So and if you don't think all that is absolute nonsense. You've been infected with Jesse's BS and nonsense. That's absolute nonsense. Think for yourself. For goodness sakes, please.
Why is that wrong? Why is that wrong?
Boy, it's very clear you didn't have dad in your life, because you are not an independent thinker at all.
That was a good one. But what makes that to be wrong? You just said that you're capable of evil. So if you're capable of evil, what does that mean? That evil must live with...
Everyone is capable of doing something evil, sure.
Right.
But the character of a person is, do they do it or not? And I don't do evil, no.
So how do you prevent yourself from doing evil?
Because I know wrong from right, and I was raised with my father, who taught me wrong from right.
And you're never wrong, and you never make mistakes.
That's not what I said at all.
Okay, so you do make mistakes.
Everybody on the planet Earth has made mistakes at some point in their life.
Do you think?
But that is not evil.
Okay, but do you think that when you made the mistakes, you intentionally knew, like, this is a mistake right here, and I'm about to make it?
That is possible, sure.
Right.
But what does that do with evil, Joel?
Okay, well then, if you're wrong, have you ever done anything wrong?
Well, of course, everybody on the planet has.
Right, and when you were about to do something wrong, we were like, there's wrong right there. Let me just go and do it.
I think some people do that, yes, but I do not. No.
No. So
No,
you didn't find out it was wrong until after you did it, and then you realize, oh, that was wrong.
I don't get your point. What does this have to do with evil, Joel?
Because you're acting as if that you're incapable. Joe is incapable of making mistakes and being wrong, and because you're saying that that you don't choose that, but then you're judging everybody else like Trump, saying that he's wrong and he's evil because he chooses to do it, not realizing that everybody makes mistakes and everybody is capable of making mistakes, and you still make mistakes and you're still wrong sometimes, but you're in denial about it. You don't see that?
Joel, that is absolutely insane. Making mistakes is not the same as being evil and choosing to do evil.
Why?
The way Trump has.
Right, but you say you still do wrong sometimes.
No, I didn't say that. I did not say I do wrong sometimes.
But so
I said
you've been wrong.
I've made mistakes and I have been incorrect about things. Of course, everybody has.
So why can't we have that same type of grace towards Trump?
Because we have laws in this world. We have laws in this country. That's why we have criminals that are put in prison, Joel. And that is where Trump is going to be ending up here once the criminal trials start.
If you say so, and if the law, if the courts find him guilty, which I doubt they will, but if they find him guilty and he has to serve his time, then he has to serve his time. There's nothing he can do about it. But I would suggest that you start to recognize in yourself that you're judging people and you're actually judging yourself. You're actually doing the whole superior thing. So even though you may not consider yourself racist or anything like that, and you kind of like call out racism or whatever, you still have that superiority complex, in my opinion, that is the same exact quote unquote thing as racism. I'm just pointing out what I see to be true.
Okay. Well, you can have your opinion, wrong as it is. That's fine. Anyway, we will see. And when Trump goes to jail, maybe you will figure out that, gee, this guy was a scumbag. Maybe I shouldn't have been supporting him and thinking he has good character because he's a low life scumbag.
I'll think if that happens, I'll think about it. But if that doesn't happen, he doesn't get arrested and he becomes president again, will you call in James' show and say you're sorry?
Well, I won't say I'm sorry, but I'll call in and face the music. Absolutely.
Okay, well, right on, Joe. I appreciate it.
Have a good day, Joe.
All right, man. You as well. Hey, Joe may be right on some things, policy and stuff like that, and like mistakes that Trump made. Joe may be right about that. He may be right. But that's not important, man. Obviously, as the president of the United States, you don't want to be involved in criminal activity. But I don't know. I'm just not buying the way it's framed by Joe. You know what I mean? Like, it's very accusatory, opposed to like centered, logical approach. So it's hard to respect what he's bringing to the table, Joe from Phoenix. And it's no disrespect to him, but I just don't believe it.